everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. I am here for another installment of my makeup wardrobe video. For those of you that haven't seen my previous videos in this series, I did one for primer and foundation, and I just did one recently for concealer. For those of you that aren't familiar with what I'm doing, it's kind of like a makeup collection where I'm showing you what is in my makeup collection, but the emphasis is on what essentials the average person needs in their makeup wardrobe. Like what you should have in your makeup collection, the bare minimum, so that you can always look fabulous and stunning. You guys can watch the previous ones if you want to hear my whole spiel. I will link those other videos below, I promise. So today we are talking about brows, so if you would like to see what I have in my brow collection and the essentials you need to have in your brow collection, then just keep watching. Side note, I just filmed a video for this makeup look right here. It is a makeup tutorial. It should already be online, so I will link that video below, but be sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Now let's get into the brows. Actually, I did a whole review on tinted brow gels that I will actually link below. I have a lot more brow products than this, but I'm not going to share them all with you because I have a really hard time finding brow products basically that are the right color for me. I actually have a lot more tinted brow gels that I didn't dig out because I don't use them. Some of the formulas are great, but I go into way more detail about those in my brow review video. I'm going to start out as far as brow essentials. Of course, what you need in your brow wardrobe is personalized specifically for you and your brow needs, but I think everybody really should have a brow pencil. Even if you have perfect brows naturally, there's always going to be that moment where you're like, I just kind of want to fill this in, or maybe over tweeze or something. Like, you're always going to want to have a brow pencil. And the only one that I really have found that I love that stands the test of time is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I've thought about trying other ones, but I used to use a Maybelline one for a long time, but I actually don't even think they make it anymore. But when I discovered this, all other brow pencils just disappeared. I've heard some people say there's drugstore dupes for this, but then other people say they're not really dupes. This one is the best. It's really worth the investment. It has a spoolie on the end, which mine's getting kind of gross, but you want to have a spoolie. This is the perfect way to shape your brows, tame them. You want to have a spoolie no matter what. It kind of looks like a mascara wand, only it doesn't have mascara on it if you don't know what a spoolie is. This is just the perfect fine tip. It's great for just sort of filling in. It's just the right everything. Like, this is the ultimate in brow pencils. So I would highly recommend this. I use the shade Taupe, which I believe is the lightest shade it comes in. I feel like that's the shade that works the best for me. Not all brow products that are called Taupe work for me, to be honest with you. Many of them don't. But this one I find with Anastasia Beverly Hills, their Taupe shades tend to work pretty well for me. They don't feel too gold, which a lot of them do. So I think everyone should have a brow pencil. This is the one I recommend. If you want to try drugstore ones, go for it, but I recommend investing in this one because this is just, it's the standard. It's the best. If you have a brow pencil that you like better than this, let me know in the comment section below, but for me, this is it. Now, I almost always start doing my brows with a brow pencil. I think it's just great for just sort of outlining the shape that you want. On days when I'm just being casual, I will usually just top it with a quick brow gel. Sometimes I'll use a tinted one, sometimes I'll use a clear one. For tinted brow gels, again, I did a whole tinted brow gel review, I'll link below. The only one that I really loved, and mainly just because of the shade. Some of the other ones, as I mentioned in the video, I liked the formula, but the shade was just, it was usually too golden or too orangey for me, and it just looked funny. Or even the lightest shade was too dark. A lot of the drugstore ones, for me personally, the shades of like the lightest color, or the blonde or the light, were just like too dark. It looked like I had just really dark brows. It was just not good. So my favorite brow gels that I found, especially for fair-haired and fair-skinned girls, is the Tarte Colored Clay Tinted Brow Gel. I have two. I have the shade Taupe, which I like, which was the first one I tried, which I liked. It was in the review. I've also recently tried the shade Gray. I think this is a newer shade of theirs. And I like this one too. It's such a subtle color that I can really kind of get away with either one. The Gray does work for me, but the Taupe is a nice shade too. It's not too yellow. So I like both of these evenly. I think having a tinted brow gel can be great for throwing on quick, just sort of an everyday kind of thing, either over a pencil or just by itself. So I think having a tinted brow gel is great to have in your makeup wardrobe. I also think having a clear brow gel can be good too. I didn't have one for a long time because I was just using the colored clay one, but I decided I really wanted to try a clear brow gel. If you don't need a lot of color to your brows and you just want to add just a little bit of shape for something quick, either over a brow pencil or just by itself, then I really like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I really haven't found clear brow gels that are really bad, but I haven't really tried any lately. I used to just use, like, you could find clear mascaras in the drugstore. Those can be good. I've also heard some people just use hairspray and rub it on. I find that can cause breakouts, so you could use that, just spray hairspray on a spoolie. I don't know, I've found for me it can cause forehead breakouts, so if you're prone to breakouts or have sensitive skin, I'd be a little leery of that. So again, I don't know if there's really like a drugstore dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, but I gotta say, Anastasia Beverly Hills knows brow products. That's why most of my brow products are Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really love this. I haven't noticed it flaked. Some people have told me they feel like this flakes. I haven't noticed, and I feel like it lasts all day. Another thing about this, I don't know what the smell is. It's an odd smell. I don't know if it smells like hairspray maybe? For some reason, this smell reminds me of a hair salon. I don't know, if you know what the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel smells like, and if it reminds you of a hair salon, let me know what you think it smells like. It just, for some reason, it just brings me back to like my youth, being like a teenager in cosmetology school or something. I don't know. I thought my Too Faced milk chocolate bronzer smelled like a baby doll that I had when I was a kid, and nobody else seems to know the name of the doll, so maybe I'm just imagining things, but the smell, it just brings me back. So I really like it. You could probably get away with only having one brow gel, either clear or colored, or if you want to mix it up, you could have one of each, but that's totally up to you and how much work your brows actually need. Another thing to have, which I like to have, but I do think it's optional for the everyday person, is a brow pomade. And I actually have two that I really like. I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse. I haven't tested to see if this is waterproof or not. I do like this in the shade gray. I got this because I heard they had one in gray and I wanted to test it out. And it comes with a great, it's a brow brush and spoolie on this end. I really like the color. I don't know why I just sniffed it. Don't ask me why. I really like the color. I don't get as much use out of this because of the other one that I bought. I got them like around the same time and I've been using the other one a lot more. When I did try this, I did really like it. So I do think this can be a really good option if you want to invest in a pomade. But the pomade that I love the most, I would say, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade. Can you tell all these products are either Tarte or Anastasia Beverly Hills? I was really afraid of using a brow pomade just because it was totally out of my realm of understanding. I didn't know anything about how to use them. I found the Dipbrow to be really easy to use. The key is don't use a lot of it on the brush. Just take a very little bit on the brush and do your brows. If you want to see a whole tutorial on how I do my brows for filming, then leave a comment below and let me know that's what you'd like to see. I really only use the pomade if I'm getting my picture taken or if I'm filming or something. I don't use them on an everyday basis just because they are a little work to get precision. So I really just use them when I want like super defined brows for like an evening look, or again, photographing or filming. So they might be something that you might want to have on hand and practice with in case you are going to be in front of a camera a lot or you do a lot of nighttime looks. That's when I would recommend a pomade. But for just everyday, the pencil and a brow gel is probably all you're gonna need. So those are my brow products. It's actually a pretty small collection, I realized. I would say the average person, you need a brow pencil, a brow gel, either tinted, clear, or both, and it's nice to have a pomade on hand, especially if you have sparse brows and you're going to be getting your picture taken or anything. I think it's good to have a pomade on hand and play around with it so you're a little bit more familiar with using it. The pomades can be a little intimidating, but you know what? Play around with it, practice. I'd be more than happy to do a tutorial if you'd like. So let me know and you'll be looking gorgeous for any occasion. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I would love to hear in the comment section below what your favorite brow products are. If there's any that you would like me to add to the list or any that you think I should be trying out that you think is phenomenal. I'm sure everyone's going to say the Benefit Gimme Brow, which Again, I mentioned in my last brow video, love the formula. The color did not work on me. So I know it's an amazing product, but unfortunately it just doesn't work for me. If you have a slightly darker hair or darker complexion, the Benefit Gimme Brow for a tinted brow product can be great. But if you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. You can also find me on social media. All my links will be below. I am on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, you name it. I can't figure out Snapchat yet. I'm sorry, I'm old. I try. Don't forget to subscribe so we can be YouTube friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.